Good morning, y'all. We're here this morning, or this weekend, at Hardee Lakes. Now this is in Hardee County, Florida, and it's near Bowling Green and Wauchula. Hardee Lakes consist of 4 or 5 different lakes. This one right here is named Deer Lake. There are 2 different campgrounds, camp areas, and primitive camp areas. The one that we're camped in is the lakeside on Deer Lake. That's our camper right there. And way over in the background, the other set of trees, there are more campsites. One of the things that you really have to put up with when you come to Florida are the bugs, and especially the mosquitoes. Well, this campground has a solution to all those mosquitoes. They've installed mosquito traps on some of the trees, and don't know how well it works, but we had a pretty good bit of mosquitoes at our campsite last night.
So a new addition here at Hardee Lakes Park is right here behind me. It's called the Bone Valley Splash Pad, and it's a new water park. Well, water activity for kids. They've got just the sprinklers that go up, and a nice place. They've got a bathhouse right here so that you can change, and it looks like it's a nice cool way to relax on hot summer days. Well, we're out on our ride around Hardee Lakes Park, and behind me you can see we're on the other side of Deer Lake, and if you can notice way on the other side, that's the campground where we're camped. And then as you pan around the lake a little bit, you'll see there's a boat dock and boat launch actually over there, and a fishing pier. They have fishing piers on all the lakes, at least 1 or 2. The big lake here to my right, your left, is Hardee Lake. It's the larger of the lakes. You can actually put bigger boats in on that one. It also has a boat launch and about 3, I think, fishing piers around that lake. And there's one of the fishing piers right over here ahead of us. One of the other nice things at Hardee Lakes is there's several picnic pavilions. This is Boardwalk Pavilion. It has a grill, some picnic tables, I think a restrooms at the back. And it's called Boardwalk Pavilion because just over here is the boardwalk that goes through the marsh area or the swampy area over to the other side of the trail. Now, I don't know how many miles of trails are here at Hardee Lakes Campground, but you can drive around the large lakes, and then there's also trails that you can ride golf carts and ATVs on, or you can bike or you can walk. We're on the backside of Deer Lake still, and we're riding around the roads. And Hardee Lakes has 1,200 acres of property. It used to be a phosphate mine, and that's what the lakes are. They're the remains of the phosphate pits. The land was donated to the county by Mosaic Phosphate Company, and a lot of this area can get wet. And over here just to the side of us, you see a part of the road that's been put in with concrete, and it's a drainage area when it gets real wet out here. It allows the water to flow from the woods out to the lake. And we have been here when the water across this area is about halfway up on the tires on the vehicle. So even with the rain we've been getting here lately, it's not too wet right now. Now, we did see coming down the road a minute ago a couple of horses, but I guess they've turned off on another trail. The campground has about 8 equestrian sites. You can come and park your horse trailers and tie your horses up out there and utilize the miles of trails that they have here. One of the trails that goes through the woods out here is called Eagle Tree Trail, Eagle Nest Trail. And there was a big cypress tree back in the back of it that used to have an eagle's nest on it. Unfortunately, the tree fell down or blew down in a storm and the eagle's nest is gone. But there's other wildlife that you can see here, an abundance of different kinds of birds. Last night we saw some deer roaming around in the woods right at the edge of it, as well as squirrels and dove and all kinds of other creatures. Well, behind me is the third largest lake here at Hardee Lakes Campground. This is Lake Firefly, and it's probably one of the more scenic of the 4 lakes. Sarah really likes this one. Hardee Lakes also, the 4 lakes here as well as several others in the Hardee County area have been designated by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Service as part of the Florida Fishing Trail. It's something that was established a few years ago, and so fishermen all over Florida are coming to Hardee County now to take part in the FWC's Florida Fishing Trail. Can you see the alligator out there?
Might be
Too far.
Oh, that one. I didn't see that one. I saw that one that was close up a while ago.
That's him. Move.
Oh, okay.
With the alligators in the lake, one of the reasons why there's no swimming in the lakes here at Hardee Park. So behind me is Gator Lake, and this is the smallest of the 4 lakes here at Hardee Lake Campground. And it's right at 50 acres. I think it's 47 acres in size. So even though it's the smallest one, it's still pretty good size. As soon as we walked out on the dock, we saw 3 alligators out here. So that's where the lake gets its name. And it's probably not as scenic as Firefly, but it is still a nice sized lake, a nice small lake. You see 2 of the gators, as a matter of fact, all 3 of the gators are coming together back here in the background. And we have seen a couple of fish jump here close to the dock since we were here. Speaking of the docks, this is a common example of the docks here at the lake. The floating aluminum docks. So Hardee County and the Freshwater Fish and Game Commission did a good job putting this park together. So if you're ever in Central Florida, come check out Hardee Lakes Campground here in Bowling Green, Florida.
Go, Mom.
It's amazing what they can make out of those phosphate pits.
It is.
How long ago did they mine this area?
I don't know.
Probably the 80s or 90s.
Probably longer than that.
Well, they were around before me during that time, and then they started moving south.
Probably 80s.
Are you liking the ride, Foxy? Going slow, she could look out the window. We've enjoyed our stay here at Hardee Lakes Park.
Even though it was a short one.
Yes, it was a little short. So we just be sure to, when you come here, bring your golf cart or ATV, whatever it is you have. The campgrounds are quite a distance from the playgrounds. So, but there is a lot for the kids to play around.
Right, and as I showed you earlier, they do have that new water splash park or splash pad.
That's really nice.
So on those hot summer days, you can send the kids there or take the kids there and just let them get cooled off. It's been a nice weekend. The breeze has been blowing. It's blowing right now off the lake, so it's keeping the weather fairly cool.
Yep.
And we're going to be starting to pack up here in just a little bit and head home. And our next adventure may be over in Hillsborough County. So we will keep you posted.
Yeah, we'll see. So, if you like this video, please thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe to our channel, Go With The Flow Couple. And as we always say, bye y'all.